is important.
Hello! Hello! Hello!
Hello.
Hello and welcome to this final boss fight. Council of Tamrinor. I am in perfect health and I'm joined by Sean, who is also alive, maybe.
How do?
And Tannie, who is in the picture of health. This is Tannie drawing the picture of health.
Hi!
Tannie cannot say hello until they finish drawing the person saying hi.
Hi!
Tannie can only say what the picture says.
Well, can I draw a butt still?
And ban.
No, those are knees. Those were knobbly knees.
What are we doing, John? What are we doing today? Why am I here? Why am I stood before the Council of Tamrinor?
You have been summoned to answer for your crimes.
Ah, shit! I fucking knew it.
It is MCM weekend, and Ben is.
Everyone has did just.
Ben is away recovering from a day at MCM, and Jeff is in London for unrelated reasons. Possibly because that's where he works. So we thought we'd invite Tannie to join us. And because Tannie am an artist, we would get Tannie to do the arts. And so Tannie sent me a trio of mood boards for the trio of deities which Tannie named. And I thought, let's start off by giving a face to love and getting artwork of at least one way that Novalie appears.
Yes.
Novalie, I can't remember what names we gave her. One second, I sent this to Tannie the other day. Dragon boobies. Novalie, the Undying Devotion, otherwise known as the Heart's Blush and the Cherished One. Novalie is the goddess of love in all its forms, whether with a romantic partner, amongst your family, friends, or even if you just love yourself. When we gave the gods their relationships, Novalie has two sort of failed love relationships, which I really enjoy for the fact that she is the goddess of love, and yet she can't get love right. She loves Uana the Verdant Queen, but Uana is already in love with the god of death, Droth.
Yes. My baby, Droth, my baby.
And she desires affection from Deimos, the holder of the void, but they never offer it in a way that pleases Novalie because he is very busy right now, and always. And then the only other note that we have on her at the moment is she is like a pastel rainbow. So Tannie, do you want to just describe the art that we're seeing you drawing at the moment a little bit? Like you've started doing some of the basics.
Yeah, we're starting the basic of her kind of facial feature because I kind of want to pin down like the idea of how Novalie looks and presented. As I said before in my notes that I've said before previously to you, John, is that when she is present or she has a sense of presence near her, or if somebody is worshipping her, the person has this sense, the emotion, whatever emotion they had before, is then completely changed to feeling loved or overwhelmed with love. And so I had an idea of her that she's constantly smiling. She's very kind. She's very loving towards other people, especially those who are worshipping her. And that she is quite innocent looking. So she's very quite young. She's innocent looking. I have described the idea that she's quite big-eyed, soft looking, rounded.
We've gone with a doe-eyed button nose. Was that the description we?
Yeah, doe-eyed. So I've got a couple of like little ideas of what it is. So I was looking upon like how in Korea, the makeup, the way how they made their makeups, they got like a dewy kind of opened eye kind of form look to them. So eyes are quite big, quite soft, rounded, quite big lipped kind of thing, and just, quite youthful in their years. So I'm kind of going for the idea that she's quite like that, and her she's got very like big form of eyelashes. She's quite blushed up, and she does have a bit of makeup. But I like the idea where she would have like kind of like pieces on her. She's basically a walking kind of whatever flowery kind of person. She's like wearing big dresses, in my opinion. So that's kind of what I'm going for her idea.
And I think you've laid in a basics for the hairstyle as well.
Yeah, so I've got a hairstyle for her where it's like quite frumpy.
Quite a lot of it.
Quite a lot of it. Quite a lot of curls. I was gonna probably go for like, I don't know whether I want to go for like a dark hair color or kind of like a pinkish color. I haven't thought about it. We did kind of went on the idea like, oh, she'll be brunette, like she has brown honey eyes, but it doesn't seem to fit her. But having the pink eyes, like her like light pink eyes, dusty pink eyes, seem to really capture her more. As I'm filling up her face and everything. So yeah, that's how I'm going for now. I'm just giving her like a proper. Now finally giving her a bit more of a look, adding colours to it. I'm adding like the additional like shade, skin colour. I do want the idea of like wanting her to be a little bit pinkish, like a pink, dusty pink tone, but I did say I was going to go for like warm pastel colours to match the vibe she's in. And also, I did describe like if I were to do a full body of her, she's always kind of like she's in a ballerina pose. She's always like a ballerina style.
Yeah.
Like she's always on tiptoe, quite graceful, very Disney princess-esque kind of thing. She's always in love, kind of thing. Quite naive, in my opinion. Don't do no wrong with her.
And Sean and I are here to comment.
That.
We're here to be the Statler and Waldorf as Tannie performs.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how I expect it to be. No, they're like, no, that's not what we're thinking of her. We're going to destroy that idea that you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've got so far on her. She's so I'm just shaping up her face, giving her a shape that we want.
She's got her face. She's got her face. It's her face.
I would make her smile. I would like to do like a smiling face because she's constantly smiling. But I thought I'll give her like a nice neutral like look first.
But this is clearly her passport photo, and you can't smile on those.
Yeah, that's
not,
the
not
idea.
Allowed. Not allowed.
But you could try to put a pasta strainer on.
You could. I don't know if that works with UK passports. Does that work with
I
UK
don't-
passports?
I think technically it does, because it's still technically religious headwear,
Well,
which they technically can't discriminate against. So I feel it requires some research. I'm going to do some research.
I mean, that feels like potentially expensive research. Like if you were to actually try and apply for a passport with it, and then if you did actually apply for a passport with it, you then have a passport with yourself wearing a pasta strainer on the head. Your mileage may vary on that. I mean, nobody looks good in their passport photos anyway, right?
Nope.
No one.
No one.
No, not even me.
You have to stare. You have to stare ahead, and just like no smiling or anything.
I look like a very grumpy serial killer.
I mean, it's saying that apparently Pastafarian headgear is allowed in UK licenses.
Okay, so you can get your driver's license.
Yeah. I'm not sure about passport, because the first thing that comes up on a Google search is a thing about the University of Amsterdam, which is like, that doesn't help.
Okay, I mean that's off to a flying start.
Oh, hang on.
Oh.
Yeah, once again, Pastafarian Lindsay Miller allowed to wear colander on head for her temporary driver's license.
You know, the nice thing about doing this and not having my camera on for a change is I've got my chair leant right back.
You're just in bed.
I mean,
He's legit.
it's like 2/3 of the way there. It's pretty far back. It's this chair can go further back, but I fear falling out of it backwards and just ending up on the ground.
You want that?
And I don't want that. Other people's mileage may vary on that, but I don't want that.
I don't think.
It makes a nice change. If loud snoring starts coming through the mic with, well, you'll know why.
And I'm heading over with my bat.
Yeah.
I have something to confess. I don't actually own a bat. It's a point of deep shame for me.
I bet it is.
We got a boomerang.
I don't own any weaponry anymore apart from my Bowie knife and my throwing knife. But other than that, I don't own any weaponry.
That's not putting me at a lot of ease.
I used to have a katana, and I used to have a katana, a ninjato.
Is that even allowed to say on stream, just in case?
I think so.
They count as cutlery. As long as you're not going out and chopping people up with them.
Yeah, I had them as a collection. I didn't fucking use them.
I don't technically know what I have what's his name? The Takeso Kensei's katana from Heroes.
Yeah.
And I've got a blunt master sword. And then I've got a smaller sword that I can't remember if it's like technically a wakizashi or something else. Then obviously I've got all the cosplay weaponry that's here.
Yeah.
Mjolnir, the battle hammer, the infinity gauntlet, the plasma rifle from Halo.
Yeah, I don't have any of those anymore.
The golden lancer.
I got my little bits that I managed to save from the cataclysm that was me moving into this place, but I lost most of the good shit.
I got my brother's Master Chief helmet in the other room, and my Iron Man helmet actually. The Master Chief helmet is not wearable. I mean, to be fair, the Iron Man helmet is too small for me as well, but unless you have a rectangular head, you can't wear the Master Chief.
You heard it here first. Robert Downey Jr. has a rectangular head.
No, John 117 has a rectangular head.
Oh, John 117 has a rectangular head.
The Master Chief helmet was the one that came with, I think it was Halo 3's Collector's Edition.
Yeah, I wanted that one, but alas, by the time I tried to pre-order that one, it was long since out of stock.
Yeah, I didn't get a copy of that, but my brother did, and he moved far away, and now I have it.
Oh, so you can steal a bit.
I think technically he gave it to me at some point, but if I just don't tell him I've still got it, he might just forget that it's here.
Just you wait, I'll pop.
He'll pop up into the stream chat in a second and be like, "My Master Chief helmet."
How fucking dare you?
Should try and find my favorite Halo. Don't know why we suddenly started talking about Halo, but hey, there we go. Halo. One of my favorite collector's edition things was Catherine Halsey's journal. It's just such a well put together collector's item.
I believe I still have that somewhere.
Back when they actually gave a shit about making decent collector's edition items.
There are some companies that do make good collector's edition shit. It's just most of them don't anymore. I mean,
it's mostly like iron boxes and statues and
the big Mega Wicked Super Awesome edition for Starfield that came with like the watch you get in game.
That's kind of cool.
And it's like a functional smartwatch.
That is cool.
That was I wanted that so badly, but I couldn't get it. It was like long since sold out by the time I was going for it.
I would like them to do that sort of thing, but you get it for like whatever, like you get the watch face, but for whatever watch you have.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were going to say something, Tannie.
What's going on? Just doing my job. I'm not being paid now by those guys.
As I said, we've adopted you.
Yeah, I'm not being paid.
It's fine, Tannie. You're being paid in exposure.
I mean, that's just a fucking bullshit. I don't know how much, guys. Either way. God damn it, this fucking tablet today is having a meltdown today. Sorry.
The other thing, like, how we started doing this, Sean, and it was just the two, like, you, me, and Dan sat around a microphone, chatting.
Yep. Talking about the games we'd played, a bit of gaming news.
Yeah. Those were the days.
This is getting to the point where it's like almost like a strong talk now.
Before all this lot fucking showed.
Hey, I got dragged out from the fucking streets by a Jennifer.
I mean, there's no force on earth that can stop that from happening.
Just Jennifer, just coming up to you on the, like, Tannie's shivering in a box somewhere. Jennifer's like, hey, you wanna come to join a server?
You wanna play some D&D?
Sure. It's alright, guys. I'm grateful sometimes.
Only sometimes.
It's hard to be grateful all the time.
I'd like people to be. Oh, yeah, I suppose.
We're British. We have to complain sometimes, otherwise we'll just explode.
It builds up.
It does. It's surprising how we haven't harnessed it into an energy source and become like a energy superpower.
I mean, the fact is that I always say to myself, like, oh yeah, I mean, like, I'm surprised I've not murdered anybody in this fucking final boss fight group yet. And I'm like, hey, I have wanting to murder somebody. I'm gonna say here though, because they're no longer with us.
I don't know what I'm
Should we?
duping, whatever the hell.
Surprised you're not even gonna.
Elon Musk has been turned down for... let's start from the beginning of this headline. Wikipedia owner has turned down Elon Musk's offer for $1 billion. Because he wanted to change the website's name from Wikipedia to Dickipedia.
I hate this man.
Is he for?
Apparently he added that he also wants a cow and a poop emoji to be added to his Wikipedia page. And
why are we speaking of this? Can we just talk more about Tamrinor? Like, have you guys got ideas of what else a Tamrinor should be?
I repeat, is he for?
Apparently he said it was in the interests of accuracy.
I don't. Anyway.
Yeah, so Tamrinor.
Yeah.
It's a place.
It's a thing.
It's all about like.
Have you got any questions, Tannie? Because you're not normally here and part of the council.
No, I'm the one who's trying to like want to be fully inserted in the council. I'm gonna overthrow Jeff one day. That's the plan.
You might as well overthrow me. I have nothing to offer the fucking council.
Especially fucking do. You always have good ideas, mate.
So do you, Tannie, have any questions that Sean and I can riff some answers to?
Okay, let's see. Let's say about the races. So we've discussed that the elves look different in this world.
Elves and dwarves look very different.
Yeah.
Gnomes, I think we've said gnomes look... Have we said they look mushroomy? Like fungal?
I seem to think there was a mention of fungalness to them, yeah. Obviously you've got the dwarves that are kind of... They're like hewn from the very rock. Almost.
Yeah.
The elves are more... They're very plant-like. Not like walking, talking Venus flytraps or anything, but...
They're sort of green-hued.
Yeah.
And maybe vaguely leafy.
Yeah. Because I think it's like...
Right.
Is it the Sylvani from Guild Wars I cited as my kind of... how I
that
kind of
rings
saw
a bell.
Like in Guild Wars 2, there's a race of plant-like people that, for the most part, are just green-skinned, but then they also can, like, their hair can be kind of, like, leafy or grass-like, and things like that.
Something I did watch yesterday that brings a point up was Elemental.
Elemental? What a load of... It's actually a brilliant film.
It's quite a good film. I don't know why I think it came out when I was on holiday in the cinemas. And I was put off by some of the reviews I'd seen that was saying that it was like if you showed an AI Zootopia and said, make this but elements.
Yeah.
And it's like...
But no.
No.
it's a very different film than Zootopia.
I
mean, obviously, yes, it's city containing X, but
yeah.
it tells a very different story.
Yeah.
I did very much enjoy the very lampshaded moment where both of the main characters walk through the chain link fence and then be like, spoilers.
I have
It's
not
in the trailer.
seen it.
It's not really spoilers. It's just a thing that happens on the way to actual plot.
They walking towards plot walk through a chain link fence, and one of them's made of water, so it's like throws his shirt over the top of it and walks through. And the other one's made of fire, so she just walks through and the thing melts. And they both look at each other and go, why do we even have these?
I don't know.
Which also, I guess, brings up, water seems very calm about, like, the water people seem very calm about getting naked in front of other people.
I mean, have you heard of the word calm waters? Like, they're practically what the emotions are shown, really.
They're, like,
You say that the particular Wade, the main water person, he's not calm most of the time.
No.
It's very emotional.
Like 99% of the time, he is not calm.
No. But yeah, like, none of the other elements. I can't remember, you don't really see a lot of the Earth elements.
No.
Like, there aren't any major characters that are the Earth.
Yeah, there's Claude, but you don't really see much of him, and he's only a little guy.
Actually, yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember seeing a lot of clothing on the Earth people, but they do, like, Claude and the one from Town Hall both have clothes.
Yeah, I think they're the only ones who really majorly clothe themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, the air do as well to an extent, but at the same time, they also have the thing of
Their air.
Because very near the beginning, one gets hit by a car, and just poofs. His shirt falls off, and he's like, "Oh, my shirt!" It's like, yeah.
But yeah, Wade, at the very least, is very calm about just stripping off in front of other people.
He is. He is. Maybe he's a bit of an exhibitionist.
Maybe.
Cat's done some in the background.
So yeah, I mean, other than that, we've not really talked about what the tieflings look like.
Yeah.
Do we think they look majorly different to, like...
I don't think so. I think in terms of, like, a fiendish tinged race,
there's not a lot more you can do.
Wizards of the Coast kind of nailed it.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, with their official line, it's like people have taken the skin tones a bit out of whack with
yeah.
official D&D advise, but I think they've kind of gotten on board with, like, yeah, people want to be colourful, fuck them. That's it.
I mean, yeah. I don't see there's any problem with that in Tamrinor. Like, we're going to keep that up. If people want to play tieflings, they're going to be any colour of the rainbow anyway, so...
Just that I can't play as a dragon.
I think tieflings are kind of like, yeah, like I don't think there's much you can really add to improve upon their look. Because even then, it's like, they kind of... Once again, with I think it was with the Sword Coast Adventurers Guide, they kind of lent into the fact of, yeah, you could kind of have them look like anything. Like, if you want them to have who you can. If you want them to have, like, a snake-like tongue, you can. it's not going to give you any sort of like mechanical benefit, but you can have it.
Screw it. Look how you want.
Yeah, it's like anything that you can think of that kind of would intimate devilishness or like infernal heritage. It's like, yeah, you can kind of just do that. Like I said, it won't give you anything, but you can look that way.
What what's the official line on how ASMR look?
Basically, from what I heard, they're just basically
Like they're
some
humans
some-
but glowy, right? Like
yeah.
Pretty much. They're like they have kind of like an angelic countenance.
yeah.
Like, they'll be clear skin, like you usually like pretty much like just like almost sickeningly perfect. Almost.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw it out there for the Antari touched, which is the Tamrinor ASMR. Metallic eyes. Primarily golden, but golden, silver.
Golden, yeah, gold, silver, in bronze if you want to go dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel metallic would be an interesting thing for them.
I mean, I still like the glowy in the right light, like scaly skin tone that we've got with the ASMR. So I think that's a thing that we can keep, but I think that step of the eyes are hard, if not impossible, to hide.
Yeah,
I like the idea of glowing
Like-
freckles, but that's just me.
well, because like I'm on the D&D Beyond page for them now, and
Yeah.
one of the things you can have on it is celestial features.
Right.
That weirdly enough, the second one is metallic, luminous, or dark eyes. Oh, metallic eyes.
Yeah. Fair.
You've got a dusting of metallic white or charcoal freckles, starkly coloured hair, an unusual hue tinting your shadow.
That's an interesting one.
That's what Ryu has. Like, he has like a silvery hue and tilting his shadows.
Yeah, a ghostly halo crowning your head, or rainbows gleaming on your skin,
Yeah.
I like that one.
like iridescent skin almost.
I think that's the one that Kandra had. Was sort of the iridescent skin.
Yeah, but like I said, I feel metallic eyes is good, but then also if people want to add those kind of things, it's like once again subtle.
Yeah, I don't
no-
think there's anything to like. We don't say all of them, but
No.
you have this one. Everyone has this one. If you want others, pick and choose.
How
Yeah.
about the idea of a celestial is based on the look of deities? You know what I mean?
I would go for that, but at the same time, ASMR aren't based on gods.
No,
Yeah.
they're basically
They're
like
based on,
angels
they're
and
based
celestials,
on
aren't
other celestial beings like angels and I'm trying to think of other celestials now. God, I know they exist. What are they?
but the accurate angels, maybe?
Like Archons, Aurelias, Coatls,
Yeah,
fucking
unicorns.
unicorns. So it's like, so yeah, they're not really based on like gods themselves.
Wonder if you could do something with a.
I wonder if you could do something with a sandwich. Like,
I could do many things with a sandwich.
I could eat it.
Yeah, that's one of many things. I used to play like one of the first role playing games I did get into before I properly played D&D. After I started off playing D&D, I played a game called Armageddon, which was based on the Unisystem, which was an amazing, fun system to play. It was a D10 based system, and you had a stat and ability. You added the two things together. You rolled the dice. You added the dice to the stat and the ability. If it got over a certain number, you had succeeded. And the higher up you got, the better you had succeeded at the thing. One of the most expensive races to play in that game, because all of the races that you could play came with sort of a points cost. One of the most expensive was the Inheritors. And basically the Inheritors were... you had been begat by a god. You were a fragment of a god's power in a mortal-ish body.
Yes.
I suppose that's probably not something you can actually do with a D&D race.
No.
Kind of too much power.
It is rather. Like any race they've introduced over the years, if it was a monster originally, they've hobbled it to a point where it's passable.
Yeah.
But and they've added enough like detriment where it's like, yeah, okay, I can see that there are issues. There are things I can deal with it. Like when they introduce centaurs as a playable race, it's like, yes, you're a centaur, you can run really fast, and you can charge, you got a hoof attack and shit like that. But good luck with stairs and ladders or climbing in general. Good luck with that.
I do not miss 3rd edition's approximate character leveling for that. That was a heaping pile of bull stuff.
Poopy balls.
Ball poop.
Poopy balls.
We've got the Lesata, who are the lizard people.
Okay, I don't think there's much you can really change about lizard people.
I think it pretty much says it off the bat, doesn't it? They are lizard people.
Yeah. They're lizard people, akin to lizard folk from in D&D as it is. And once again, that's another race. They kind of just like, yep.
We really
nailed it.
We nailed it with this one. All right, let's go home with that. What else have we got? We've discussed the incredibly rare Drakevere.
Yeah, I should delete them.
No! You ever do this to me as a fucking person who likes dragons? Buttheads.
So I had my reasons for suggesting that they not be included.
They are very good reasons.
Yeah. Because as I said, I want it that in Tamrinor, when a dragon turns up, no matter how old it is, people will go, "Oh, holy fucking shit, that's a dragon."
Not that looks a bit like Steve from Accounts.
Not oh god, that thing that looks like Steve. We've seen Steve. Hi, Steve.
Fuck
Steve.
But yeah, one again. Wizards of the Coast have done a lot of very good things in making most races that we've kind of implemented our own versions of into being like, yeah, they kind of nailed a lot of them.
Yeah. Aarakocra. Again, we've pretty much got the avian. The big difference is that the avian has disguise self instead of gust of wind.
Yeah.
And then we've also got the wild ones, which are the not changeling, is it? Shifter.
Right.
Which are all snazzy and cool.
Which, yeah, I think worked really well for what we want that character style to be, I think. I feel that one thing we're going to need to do when we're closer to Tamrinor is do just a playtest of it.
Yeah.
To just make sure that these races and classes feel right.
Yeah.
Because I think they'll work, like they'll mechanically work. Because as we've mostly said, it's primarily we've just gone, oh, look at the D&D stuff, let's rename it.
Yeah. Renaming things that are already existing in that world, not in that world, but in that setting.
So it's not like we're making it up from nothing.
No.
It's already been balanced and playtested by people who are far better at balancing and playtesting things than us. But what we really need to test it for is that the flavor is right for what we want it for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make changes as and when necessary.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, I feel that with some of the races, like, for example, primarily, like, the elves and the dwarves and things, I feel we might need to add something into them that behooves their elemental-ness. If you will.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but like just something to kind of like push that these guys are literally made from rock, and these where it's like I believe with like the creation myth for dwarves in D&D are they were made from rock, but then they turned to flesh, and it's like no, these guys kind of
they didn't get that far.
They just stayed as rock. They just rock. So
I like the idea of that.
So I feel there should be something with them that is some sort of like I don't know, maybe they get like some sort of cantrip or some sort of spell that's rock based, or they get just a special ability with something rock. I don't bloody know, but that's something we can get to down the line.
Probably something like meld with stone, maybe.
Possibly.
I would say, like, as they are full of rock, they have a advantage on perception of feel, so that, for example, because they have rock, they can feel the ground and they can sense somebody's moving or something.
Tremor sense
would be a bad idea.
Tremor sense. Like, because then that would make it easier for them to understand, like, oh, I can feel, like, if the person can feel if the dwarf can start feeling everyone else is, like, recognize the way how people walk in their group, but then they can sense them out of it, like, oh, I'm sensing, like, I don't know, a horse from, a fucking mile away that's coming towards us. Oh, hang on a second, I'm feeling more horse coming this way. You know, that kind of style.
Mm. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to intermittently hack up a lung.
You do that thing. So, with the tiefling, by its default,
The tiefling.
so tieflings know thaumaturgy as a cantrip.
Yes.
At 3rd level, they get the ability to cast a 2nd level Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah.
And then at 5th level, they can cast the 2nd level spell Darkness once per long rest.
Yes.
So Stone Skin is too high. What's meld? Go away. Meld with stone. Meld into stone. Thank you. That's a 3rd level spell, so that could be maybe when a dwarf gets to 5th level, they can cast Meld into stone with a shorter duration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, nerf the spell a little bit so that it's only a 2nd level spell.
A weaker version of the...
Because by default, it's an 8-hour duration.
Sort the damn thing. There you go.
Stone shape. Shape stone, what's it called? Stone shape's a 4th level spell.
It is. Once again, if you were to futz around with it, although I don't know quite what you could do to futz around, because in my opinion, for a 4th level spell, fucking Stone Shape is weak.
Jeez, Move Earth is a 4th level, 6th level spell. What's the one I'm thinking of? There must be one I'm thinking of that's a low-level Earth spell.
What about Earth and Grasp? One kind of Earth and Grasp. What level's that on?
I think that's 2nd or 3rd.
2nd level. So they could get that at 3rd level. In theory.
Just fuck it. Just give them Earthquake at the 1st level. Fuck it.
Yeah, sure. Like, unlimited Earthquake.
Yep, unlimited Earthquake. And let's extend that range 1,000 feet.
Sure. Every dwarf can do that. They spread enough out around the world. They just tear Tamrinor apart. We'll be done in one session.
Yeah.
Be done in the jiffy.
So maybe do we give them like the option to have tremor sense 60 feet for an hour? Does that sound cantripy? 10 minutes?
Yeah. How long is like prestidigitation? Is that just a minute or is that 10 minutes?
Prestidigitation. No, I don't just want to look up what it means in general. 1 hour.
1 hour. Maybe not quite that long for tremor sense.
What about dark vision? Because there's a spell called dark vision.
There is.
That is a 2nd level spell. It gives you dark vision for 8 hours.
being lazy to get a face I want.
So yeah, maybe like a 1 hour tremor sense out to 30 feet.
Sure.
And then at 3rd level they can cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. And at 5th level they can cast the other thing we said.
You know, that other thing.
Meld into stone with an hour-long duration.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan, Batman.
Just have to look at what we take away from them to balance them getting those.
Yeah.
Because we can't just bolt things on, we need to take things off as well.
Yes. Cool. Remove it all.
Okay, you heard the man, take it all off.
Hold up.
Well, I think that's some good Tamrinor working on stuff that we've accomplished there, and I'll have to remember to actually put them into the official notes. Have I got a prompts from the book?
From the book. I have to stop the stream and go back onto it because my internet had a wobble.
Sure does not like the idea of
Hey, brother. I don't know the rest of the words to that song.
You just got that far?
Yep.
Fair. No.
You'd think I would know more of that song, considering it's played all the bloody time in work. But I don't.
That just kind of means you know specific times, that song.
a bit of an earworm moment.
Whereas like my work, we have a radio in my area, and it's always on the same radio station. And it's one of those radio stations that evidently have only gone out and bought the rights and licenses to certain songs. And those songs are all they play.
Yep, I feel that.
Constantly. Like, literally, there was one time the other day where Dancing with Your Eyes Closed by Ed Sheeran played twice in an hour. Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a little much. I remember when we used to...
Literally to the point of this particular radio station as well, has a special little bit of, like, intro music that isn't part of the song that they can sometimes play before Dancing with Your Eyes Closed by Ed Sheeran. They play it that much. They play it that much that they commission someone to do a little weird kind of mix thing to kind of like lead up to that song. You have no idea how insane I'm getting with the radio in my Oh god. What's the point? I just realised I've not shared in the IRL photo something monumentally important that I picked up today.
Ooh.
Like, you have no idea.
Don't leave us hanging.
You have no idea. You have literally no clue of the importance of the picture I'm about to put in IRL photos.
Oh, I've left my dice in the car.
Go and grab then.
I can't. It's in the car.
Go and grab it.
I'll grab it tomorrow. You can see the dice tomorrow. Ooh.
Damn. I had no choice.
No choice.
I had no choice. I saw
It
them.
was required.
I saw them in. I was doing my weekly shop. They had the Halloween area. I was going by. I saw them.
Okay.
And so I had to.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I've flipped through my Ultimate RPG Game Master's world building guide.
Okay.
And I found a prompt set entitled "We built this city on talk and rolls."
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
Sean, do you have a D4 to hand?
I have a D4 to hand.
So I think we should start looking at a town that isn't one of the named ones that we have already.
What? Okay.
I'm throwing it out there and going all crazy. Like, I'm going to open Obsidian. I'm going to move it to a different screen so that Tannie can keep drawing without Obsidian being on top of the arts. If I put it over there, and open locations, Tamrinor. So first up.
Shit, I forgot to tell my friend that I was streaming. Like,
I mean, that's not what I was going to say first up, but sure. What's the name of this new place?
Well, I've given you a name.
Gumsville.
Okay.
That's the point. I don't believe we got it yet, and technically this is stealing from a D&D property.
Okay.
But I really want a place called Rock Bottom.
Two words.
It's just a good place.
Okay.
Rock Bottom. One or two words doesn't matter. No one cares.
It's rock bottom.
Not even the people who live
to
there.
alarm anybody, but apparently there's blood on my thumb.
There's a what now? What wet?
I've got a bit of blood on my thumb. Where'd that went?
You're meant to keep that inside.
No, I've got a spot on my face. Take it down.
Hey, brother.
No, I analysed my blood. It's blood pixels.
That's less concerning.
Had Hunter's meat today, man. I had Hunter's. Fuck! I had Hunter's meat tonight.
Sean, could you roll a D4?
No. 2.
So, Rock Bottom has one asset so far.
Sounds about right for Rock Bottom.
And is also a medium town.
Yeah.
This city is home to millions of people without functioning too differently from the rest of the world. And if I could spell population, that would be a lot better.
A lot of sirens going on outside my window.
That's also concerning.
I mean, my window goes onto the main road going past the town centre, so...
I mean, you know...
It's not unheard of.
Not unheard of, but still...
Especially since they're those sirens where it's like they can't quite decide if it's enough of an emergency to warrant the sirens.
All right.
It's like...
Wee woo. So, could you roll a d4 again for a shape?
2.
There are other numbers.
There are other numbers, but it's a D4. It's hard to get those other numbers.
I mean, that's true. There are fewer numbers. So for a start... Rock Bottom has earned, in addition to its one asset thus far, it has earned an eccentricity.
Oh boy!
And its shape is contained.
You've contained Rock Bottom.
It has grown to meet a distinct border and stands out against the surroundings. Age. Roll that d4 again there, Sean.
3.
That's another number.
We gained one more number.
That means that Rock Bottom has 2 assets now.
Good God.
And is a modern city.
It's a modern... Welcome to the modern city of Rock Bottom.
Only been around for a few hundred years, and has more or less always been the same.
Always been the same, huh?
Yes.
Tell that to the commies.
Now, Sean, rather than rolling the d4 for this one, wealth. Would you like to pick fading or absent?
Jesus.
Because I feel that Rock Bottom is not opulent.
No. I would say fading.
I mean, I suppose possibly conspicuous.
I'm going to assume fading is that there's some money there, but not much.
It was once home to a vibrant industry that has disappeared or dramatically waned. There are monuments, institution, and the infrastructure is starting to deteriorate.
No, my infrastructure.
Oh, that's just today.
Chowder. Sorry.
Was once home to a vibrant industry, but that has dramatically changed or waned away. So, do you think that would have earned Rock Bottom a second eccentricity or a corruption?
Eccentricity. It's gonna be fucking weird.
Okay. So, we have 2 assets and 2 eccentricities to note for Rock Bottom.
Chowder.
So for the assets, their list suggests a robust public transport, a vibrant art scene, a celebrated culinary district, amusingly for Rock Bottom, exceptional schools and universities,
Strange.
access to unique natural or magical resources. I can't say booming industry.
Literally
I mean,
just crippled them.
I can say booming industry. I am capable of saying it, but it doesn't fit with what we've said.
I can say.
Advanced medical care, accommodations for a specialised profession, access to natural public places, or robust museums and historical sites.
A rising art scene because everyone's lost their jobs because the fucking economy's collapsed.
A vibrant art scene. I kind of like the access to magical resources.
Yeah?
Just to sort of explain, like, maybe this is why there's still going to be some investment in this place.
Yeah.
Like, there is still something here.
Yeah, for the time being at least, there's enough here that people are going to want that the town's not going to die anytime soon.
It's just not great.
If that magical resource ever goes away, then it's fucked.
So the list of eccentricities.
Human sacrifice.
The city is built around inconvenient geography. The city was developed for a very unusual transportation infrastructure. The city is built around and above an ancient metropolis. Wildlife and nature are incorporated into the city. The city was the setting for an iconic story or historical event and has embraced that identity. Historical disasters necessitated unique development. The city regularly experiences extreme weather. Or, showing that the book is very much written by the American audience, the city isn't laid out on a grid.
I was gonna say, the city isn't laid out on a
I mean,
graveyard.
I call to veto the last one as an eccentricity.
I like Ancient Metropolis.
Ancient Metropolis, I was thinking, was a good one. I'm not sure about the other ones, though. The other one, though.
I like the idea that it's sort of like there are spaces where you can still see the ancient ruins of the previous place.
Yeah. Like, they'll leave, like, any, like, caves that may have opened up into there.
Yeah.
That you can, like, see down. They just, they'll put, like, a fence up, or, like, a bridge over, or whatever. They won't, like, they've not, like, sealed it off. So you can still see down there. And
yeah, the other one is difficult.
Because a lot of those, I wouldn't even class as eccentricities. things in the town. Oh.
I mean, we could change it to a corruption.
Yeah, but I feel corruptions don't work. Yeah. I'm just feeling this town is just a town that's just down on its luck. It's got some weird shit.
I mean, I guess
There's no war in Balancing Zane.
I guess another question is Rock Bottom the official town name? Or is that just what everybody calls it?
It's the official town name.
Okay.
It's the official town. They're cool. There's the Rock Bottom Municipal Council.
What about historical disasters necessitated a unique development? Like there is something...
Yeah.
Something prepared for a disaster that happened to the ancient metropolis.
Yes, I will go for that.
So, historical disasters have necessitated. I haven't put enough E's and C's into that word yet. Necessitated.
Don't forget the brunches.
Unique development.
My voice is getting deeper and croakier as we speak.
So at this point, we're supposed to name the town, apparently, but we skipped to this part. We now need to give Rock Bottom a landmark. In the real world, we associate cities with the cool stuff and places inside them. If you see the Empire State Building, you think of New York. The Colosseum, you think of Rome. The Louvre, you think of Paris. Sydney Opera House, you hopefully think of Sydney.
See the Sydney Opera House, you think of Crocodile Dundee.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
Any minute now.
And then we will continue. Could you roll a D6, Sean?
D6? God damn it, Brick.
I warn you, we're going to need a D8 in a minute as well.
How dare you?
So apparently, Rock Bottom's landmark is a school.
Cool. The Rock Bottom School of Statue Making.
Is it a new school or a modern school or a... I mean, it's not going to be classic or ancient because Rock Bottom isn't that
Ancient.
old. Modern?
Modern, sure.
Modern school. Rock Bottom School of Statue Making. Choose 2 words to define a style. Ostentatious, utilitarian, iconic, welcoming, graceful, menacing, rustic, anachronistic, or detailed.
Is this for the town or the
for the school specifically?
What were the words again? Oh, there's ostentatious, utilitarian.
Iconic, welcoming, graceful, menacing, rustic, anachronistic, or detailed.
I don't say detailed. Like, there's a school for people who, like, for statue carving or whatever. You'd hope they'd bring some of that to the building.
You're going to bring some of that to the building, hopefully. Iconic?
Iconic as well, yeah. Because, same reason.
See above. Roll 2d8.
2d8?
This is
8 and a 2.
Okay.
Unless you just wanted the total.
Nope.
That's right.
The primary materials used to make the Rock Bottom School of Statue Making are
Flesh.
Stone
Convenient.
and straw.
Okay.
Do we maybe...
Stone walls, thatched roof?
I mean, I guess. Any other way, that would be silly.
Why won't these roofs stay up?
Why won't our stone roof stay up? We've used all this straw to make the walls.
Sure. It also adds to the iconic nature, I suppose.
Yeah, it's definitely a building that is iconic.
There.
Finally, we need to know what kind of story the disparate elements of the Rock Bottom School of Statue Making tells. So roll 2d6, and this time I do want the total.
How fucking dare you. 2d6 and 1 total. 11.
It is inspiring. The story of the landmark is inspiring.
It's town on its luck. When the old miner Nicky No Hands, being out of work because he had no hands, carved some stone into a beautiful statue with his feet.
Because he had no hands.
Because he had no hands.
Oh, I believe we covered that by calling him Nicky No Hands.
He gained a following, so he did. People came from near and far to see the statue carved by his feet.
Because he had no hands.
Because he had no hands.
Okay.
And when someone paid him an awful lot of money for that statue, he went and he turned it. He hired people to make a school for the tan.
We're now going to look. We're now going to look at a specific resident of Rock Bottom.
Nicky Noah.
Maybe Nicky No Hands, but we'll find out in a minute. Roll me a d6.
I swear to God, if it comes up saying Nicky Noah. 6.
This is an ordinary citizen.
No, Nicky No Hands isn't ordinary. He's majestic and wonderful. Fine.
We can add Nicky No Hands in a minute.
Good, because he's in there.
Choose an advantage for ordinary citizen, whatever their name is. Brilliant, influential, wealthy, skilled, or principled.
Influential.
And then choose a disadvantage. Impulsive, cruel, stubborn, foolish, or marginalized.
stubborn.
An ordinary citizen is influential but stubborn. Roll 2d6, and I want the total again.
Damn it. 2d6. Total 10.
They will be helpful towards the player characters.
Good. So far, it's all coming into focus in my mind, conveniently around a shape I already had.
Good.
Is not Nicky Noan's.
Yeah, good.
This is Legless Larry.
No.
So, choose 2 of these. This person is rapidly changing the city. This person is in over their head. This person needs something important from the player characters. They have valuable information, or they have an unlikely goal.
Valuable information. What were the first few again?
Rapidly changing the city, in over their heads, need something important.
I feel need something important as well, because then if they were ever to go to Rock Bottom, she has important information, but she also needs something.
I mean, that's a win-win.
Yeah.
Who is this person?
Who is this person? Now, I already had an idea.
Okay.
I don't have a name. Don't have a name for her. I don't have a name for her.
So it's a her. We've got that much.
I'm imagining just this little old lady who's, I don't know, maybe she like runs a shop or an inn or something like that, and she's just this little old lady. She tries to help out anyone she can, but she's no fool. She doesn't suffer fools. And so, she's not going to give away things for free or anything. But if you're in real need, she'll try to help as best she can.
Okay.
She's 92, you know.
I'm 92, you know.
I'm 92, you know.
Okay, I'm going to throw out the name Agatha Marashire.
Sure, Agatha. Good old Agatha.
Agatha Marashire is an ordinary citizen She is influential but stubborn. She is a shopkeeper and doesn't suffer fools lightly. She is 92 and reminds people frequently of this fact. I mean, I feel that's covered the other questions that they have about her, which is, I mean, I guess, what kind of allies do they have and what kind of enemies? Not really, but I don't think she needs them.
No, she's 92, you know.
And what is her most memorable feature? She's 92, you know.
92, you know.
Right, let's get a rumour.
Tism.
To have personalities, cities need to feel lived in. as though interesting things will happen there whether the PCs are around to see them or not. You want all the ugly secrets, exciting challenges, and interesting opportunities to bubble to the surface as soon as the player characters walk through the gates. Roll a d6.
1.
So, the specific concept of this rumour is a contest.
Contest.
Now, is this a recurring event, a dormant event, or a singular event?
Recurring.
A recurring... rubbing.
A recurring.
This sort of thing happens on a schedule. It might happen annually, a few times a year, or once in a very long while.
Should we give our little goddesses freckles, or should we keep her clear-faced?
I feel she should be clear-faced.
We're getting a good face going, guys.
You've got a good face going here.
I'm feeling with the doe eyes and button nose. Not lots of freckles.
You think a light
But just like-
freckling?
A very light freckling.
Can we see a light freckling, Tannie?
So, the light freckling I have.
And possibly not necessarily a natural colour.
We want to go her a little bit more pinkish.
I'm just feeling that she would have something in her skin that would be otherworldly. And like I said, I just feel very light freckles would add to the aesthetic that we've got for her.
So we've got like kind of a light freckling going. We can make the freckles white instead of the other color, like brownish. And it's not a lot of white. It could be like more like these. She's got a slight. So that's the freckles there. It's not so subtle. Quite subtle.
Can you make them slightly more obvious for a moment?
This is how they are. Slightly more obvious right now.
I am not seeing anything. That could
Because
be
you're blind.
I mean, it could be that I've got my eyes closed, but...
Yeah, John, you may want to open them.
That sounds like I'll try it. Oh my god! I've been missing out on this all the time!
It's so much easier to drive like this.
It's a wonder how I passed my license.
So this is the, like, freckling bit. We've got
The
this.
issue I have the issue of I tried to remove some dust from my screen using my finger. And evidently, I've not washed my hands well enough since work.
And
I
now
work with metal.
your screen's coated in metal dust.
Yeah. So I need to get out something that I can clean my screen with.
I like the idea of a glow effect on her face. Like that.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Just like tone it down a bit.
Aha.
Let's let Sean
Never
clean
fear.
his screen.
Never fear. Wet wipes are here. Light. It's very light scrub. Very light scrub with the wet wipe. Scrub. There. Now scrub away. Scrub away. Yeah. I can see now. All is
I
right
can
with the
see
world.
clearly now the rain.
I can see clearly now. The mild steel dust is gone.
Steel dust.
I was going to say Tannie's redeemed a stretch, but then I noticed that was 4 days ago. So we did that one already.
I didn't.
Oh, Tannie has redeemed a stretch. I reminded them that was a thing. That's as much stretching as I feel like doing right now.
And this is as much stretching as I feel like doing. I've compressed myself down to the density of a dying sun.
I believe Sean has just destroyed the world.
I want her to be a little more blushed out. Like, fucking. Ah!
Yourself.
The looks, I
Oh,
thought, kind of
critical
made it
roll.
quite like there's a texture.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
polar
kind of want to make it a little bit more blushed out. She's quite blushy.
Polar bear playing with a pumpkin.
That's why I don't think I shared that video. I really should find it and share it. I saw a video the other week, I think, of some wildlife photographer like working in the Antarctic and wanted to get like up close to polar bears. So he built like a perspex bulletproof box, enticed said bear, and then ran and locked himself in this box. And yeah, the video is him just crapping himself as this bear takes a lot of interest in him. An almost terrifying amount of interest in him. To the point of, like, the box was, like, it's strong enough to withstand, like some prying from a bear. Because there was some interest from the bear. But if it were to put its full weight and really go at it, the box would go. And it was starting to do that.
Oh dear.
It gave up because, like, as the guy explains while he's in the box, is like, it's the entire time it's calculating, is this worth the caloric effort?
Yeah.
Like, can I expend the calories to get in this box and get this squishy pink thing?
Is it worth my time to do this?
Or do I go and try and find some seals? And lucky for the man, the seals were the better option.
Of course.
But yeah, it's like utterly terrifying to see this like fucking like 7-foot bear like right up at this glass. It's like, fuck that.
Well, this was a video that I just saw on Instagrams. Where they gave a polar bear in a zoo somewhere a bucket of frozen pumpkins. Like, they'd frozen the pumpkins in ice. And so it had the enrichment of breaking the pumpkins out of the ice and then eating the pumpkins. And a polar bear had some fun times.
Fun times with pumpkins.
I also keep seeing a load of different people that I apparently follow on the Instagrams who were at Critical Role on Wednesday night.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, cool. I didn't know X person was there.
You should have hunted them down, John. You should have
Uh,
hunted them down.
That would have been fun. One of the people One of the cosplayers I
Oh.
followed apparently cosplayed as Thaddeus. Professor Thaddeus the Owl.
Hooty hoot. Hoot hoot hoot.
Oh, John Sleepy.
John's sleepy. John is a sleepy John.
Tannie, can you just press the finish the artwork now button?
I fucking wish. Who do you take me for, you bitch?
You mean it doesn't work like that? There's not just a button that says done now.
I fucking wish, mate. Fucking wish.
No, you don't, because then you do this bit. Oh.
There were times I wish I want to get things done.
Have you seen that on a different note, and then I'll look back at the book that I put down. Have you seen that coming to Kickstarter very soon is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness?
Oh.
The original role-playing book of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is getting a remaster.
You.
I'm kind of interested.
What? You? But you hate the Ninja Turtles.
Me? I know, it's so
Yeah.
weird and out of character.
You despise them with a passion.
Me and my brother were discussing the voice actors for the original Turtles the other day. Because he and Ree pointed out to me that the Turtles are doing like a YouTube marathon thing at the moment, where they're showing the 1987 cartoon series on YouTube's.
A tub.
And I was saying, like, I don't know what it is that there's this disconnect in my brain that I can't recall the fact that the voice of Shredder in that cartoon series. Who's the voice of Shredder in the original cartoon series?
Sorry, hang on. I will eventually have a voice. The voice of Shredder. I'm trying to even picture. It's not really picture. I'm trying to
Imagine the voice. It's James Avery. It's Uncle Phil from
Uncle Phil.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I remember that now. Yes, it was James Avery. Yes.
There is some mental block that stops me from remembering that fact if I go for a few weeks without thinking about it. And it's such a weird thing to like go back in and start watching the Turtles series and be like, that's Uncle Phil. Why is that Uncle Phil?
No.
That is Uncle Phil. It's Uncle Phil.
And my brother pointed out to me that Raph in that original series is Pinky.
Narf. Now that is fucking shocking.
God.
Narf.
Cause many moons ago, I shared a video on Facebook, and then it come up on my memories thing a little while of him and Seth Green doing the reading the Obi-Wan confronting Anakin at the end of Attack of the Clones. Is it Attack of the Clones?
Return of the Sith.
Doing that interaction between them, you turned her against me, all that kind of stuff. But Seth Green playing Chris Griffin from Family Guy, and Pinky as Obi-Wan.
Sure.
And it's just so fucking funny.
Sure.
I think in the end, I can never remember the actor who voices Pinky. I can never remember
Rob
his
Paulson.
name. That's the one. He eventually couldn't continue. Like at the very last bit, he couldn't do it as Pinky. He just couldn't keep a straight face. So he diverted into Daffy Duck instead. Which
Okay, I mean that's more reasonable.
If he doesn't voice Daffy Duck, he can do a very good impression of Daffy Duck. I'm assuming he voices him.
I assume that at some point he's voiced Daffy Duck.
Yeah. But yeah.
The one that didn't surprise me at all. Well, I decided to go through like some of the cast of the Turtles to see other iconic roles that voice actor had played. It did not surprise me that looking up the voice of Splinter from the Turtles, his IMDb credits could basically be boiled down to mentor character, mentor character, mentor character, Odin, another mentor character.
Mentor.
Like he's basically played the wise old guy since about 1987.
Oh, need those characters. Need those mentors.
Actually,
I really like how the face has gone, by the way.
it's coming out really nice.
It looks so realistic, don't it?
It's so smooth. Like it's a really smooth
Why are you
face.
surprised by this, Tannie?
Because I never had this kind of like skill. I'm just like trying.
The artists themselves going, "Hey, you seeing this shit?"
You seen this? What I'm doing?
What the fuck is this, guys? Oh,
That's the kind of reaction me and John have when we watch artists doing their
Yeah.
work. Like, what the fuck is this shit? How the fuck are they doing that? Not the artists themselves doing it.
How the hell am I doing this? What's going on?
what am I using?
I'm just moving my hands and this is coming out.
Like, what the fuck, y'all?
I saw a video on Facebook the other week. I legitimately at this point can't remember if it's one that you shared, Sean, or just one that came up because I follow a lot of like voice actor things. But it was Rob Paulson, voice of Pinky and Yakko from the Animaniacs.
Yes.
Discussing was it Yakko or is he Wacko? God, that's
He's
good.
Yakko.
He is Yakko.
Might be both.
Who is it that sings? Yeah, it's Yakko's World. So yeah, he is Yakko.
Sings the world song.
Wacko sings the America song, the States. He was talking about the origin of Yakko's World. Have you seen him talk about the origin of Yakko's World?
I think I have, but I can't remember much about it.
It was basically he was saying that they'd just started up doing the Animaniacs, and the guy that wrote that song, the guy that wrote Yakko's World, it was the first song he wrote for the Animaniacs. He had basically been working in the same building that they were doing the Animaniacs in at Warner Brothers, working on the Batman animated series. And he'd just seen this sign up talking about the Animaniacs and like basically like the help wanted sign, talking about like we need writers and we need people that are skilled to come and pitch their ideas for this thing. He had just won he'd just won an award for his sound design for Batman the Animated Series. And he crossed over and said, like, look, I really want to come and do some comedy songwriting. I want to come and do this. He wrote the Yakko's World song on spec for them over, I think he said like a weekend.
Because he's one of those people who are insultingly talented.
And basically, yeah, he did it really quickly, and just that was his, you know, hire me pitch.
You! Take me on, or I'll kill you.
I don't have that.
And he also pointed out that several years on, Rob Paulson points out in the video, several years on, he has updated the song and added a new verse to it to cover the changes that have happened globally in the intervening decade and a half to 2 decades. So there is now an extended Yakko's world. Which is cool.
It is cool.
Right.
So
I'm going back to the book. So we've got a recurring contest. Is this an annual contest?
Yeah.
So an annual recurring contest. It then says, choose 2 key groups driving the action and 1 being affected in the background. So the key groups that it suggests: the marginalized, the working class, the remarkable, and the wealthy and powerful.
What were those again, sorry?
So we need 2 groups that are going to be driving the action forward at this contest.
Yes.
And one group that will be affected by it in the background.
Right.
So there's either the marginalized, the people who have been pushed outside of the mainstream society through poverty, tragedy, or prejudice. While they live in the city, it will not see them. The working class, the people society is meant to serve, but who do not hold a special degree of power. The remarkable, people who have extraordinary or specialized powers, education, skills, or responsibility. And the wealthy and powerful. While they do not see most of the city, they do run it.
The remarkable should be one of the people driving it. And
it's you know, I feel it's either 1 up or 1 down from there.
yeah.
Should we say working class?
Yeah. The remarkable and the working class. And the one affected in the background should be the marginalized? He says getting ever so high.
I mean, I feel like that's the usual, like, thing of, like, the homeless and depossessed are affected by these things because they get shoved out by them, or just generally ignored when they're normally slightly supported.
Yeah.
Can you roll me 2 of those d6s again?
Well, D6s in this day and age, Governor, couldn't possibly do such a thing. God, Bennett, flipping hell and all that shit.
Can you-
Fucking hang on.
Can you possibly also add them together for me?
5.
Oh dear. This event will create a crisis.
What a crisis.
This is good. This is the sort of thing that we can build the start of a campaign around.
It is.
Choose 2 of the following. The whole city will be drawn in. This creates a special environment that changes expected behaviours and loyalties. People will discuss silent truths. The city will look and feel different. Everything will hinge on a single moment.
The city will look and feel different. And,
I like the last one or the first one.
what was the first one again?
The whole city will be drawn in.
I was thinking the whole city. I didn't know that was the first one. Yeah, I feel the whole city one. Because I feel the other one is a little bit too.
It then has 3 questions. Would an outsider know that something unusual is happening?
As in, would they know before they reach the town, or do you mean that they would know something's happening when they're in it?
Would they know? I think what it's saying is, would they know that something out of the out of the ordinary for this event is occurring?
I would say like it's already been. Let's say that's like
because presumably
it's not been said outside.
It doesn't generate a crisis every time they run this annual event, but this particular one that the player characters are going to, there is going to be a crisis.
Right. So would the crisis be obvious?
Would the crisis be obvious, and how will the people notice it? Before it's happening.
What was the crisis again?
Unspecified at present.
Oh,
we know that a bad thing is going to happen.
It's kind of hard to answer without knowing what the crisis is.
It is a little, isn't it?
If it's just someone's let off 500 stink bombs in the center of the crowd, it's like, unless you're in the center of the crowd, you're not going to know straight away.
Let's go with, what will be the most significant day for these events?
The day of whatever festival or whatever the hell it is.
Okay,
event.
so are we saying it's a single day event?
Yeah. That's how I'm seeing it.
Okay. And again, I'm going to leave that one because the last one is how can the PCs have an impact on the situation? Well, if there's a crisis, I hope they can save the day. Maybe.
For profit.
You know. Pobody's nerfed.
Nobody is nerfed.
Gonna lean back in my chair again.
Just gonna lean back on my rocking chair. Drink me some moonshine.
If you're in our Discord, by the way, Lorticia
You
has
too
posted.
can lean back on your chair.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you doing that. If you're in our Discord under IRL photos, Lorticia has shared a picture of themselves and I think Ben at MCM Expo today.
Nice. I'd be sure to check it out.
I'm not 100% certain if that is Ben or not.
What's up, Buck?
I feel that's too short for Ben.
That is definitely Ben.
We're torn on if that's Ben or not, but
That's definitely Ben. Because if you look up a bit more further up,
it does look like the same outfit that he's wearing in the Here I
Yeah.
Go.
yeah, that's
Like that.
definitely Ben.
Belt thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Definitely is the Ben.
Don't recognise that jacket and mask, which is making it difficult to work out if it is Ben or not.
Let alone I want the mask themselves. Why are you not here with the...
I can't imagine why you want the mask.
Yeah, you hate those things. You hate those things almost as much as John hates the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Me trying to draw colouring is a terrible thing to do, guys.
Oh, cover them with hair.
I've got to learn how to make ears soon, John. How the hell am I going to learn?
Always cover them with hair.
Just
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Tannie, I've
John.
just been seeing today adverts for Brennan Lee Mulligan's improv show coming to the UK.
Ooh. What? I'm not the only one who likes Brendan Lee Mulligan. Mostly, it's my love for it is because of John.
Bigger with Brennan and Izzy is coming to Hackney Empire Theatre next April. Feb-April. You know, that famous month, Feb-April. Friday the 19th of April. Tickets on sale now. Sold out in Glasgow.
That's reasonable. That's reasonable.
Well, someone buy me the tickets now, and I'll
How about now? Well, that can live on my open tabs.
Did you see, by the way, I don't know if you've followed this arc that they've done. Have you seen Abria Iyengar's reference to Calamity and Matt Mercer's DMing on Dimension 20?
No, I've not been able to. But please do enlighten me.
So, Brennan Lee Mulligan DM'd for Critical Role's EXU Calamity.
Yes.
And he started...
You have to see that one.
He started the session. The very first word was just fire.
Yes.
And then go into like the campaign, which is very good, and I highly recommend everybody watches. Matt Mercer then went to Dimension 20 and, along a similar line, took a campaign that Brendan Lee Mulligan had done and did a prequel to it.
Yeah,
The
Candy
the
Kingdom,
Ravening War in the Candy Kingdom.
yeah.
He started it with the word water. And let me just double check.
Guys, our girl has no eyebrows.
No.
She
No
might want to
eyebrows.
look into that.
Sorry, I'll add them a little bit later.
But Abria Iyengar started a campaign that featured both Brannon Lee Mulligan and Matt Mercer. And I'm fairly certain she started it with air.
Yeah.
And so now we just need to come up with the 4th DM to start the Earth campaign. Or the air campaign, depending on which way round it was.
I like that.
People have said it's a great little nod between the 3 of them.
Blarg. Blarg.
I mean, I also, like, really appreciate Brannon Lee Mulligan's, in the intro to Calamity, which, again, not spoiling it, because it happens literally a minute or so into the game. He gets the first character to introduce themselves and describe their character with the pointed reference that, I want you to remember your mouth is currently filled with blood.
Yeah.
Which really sets the tone for how that campaign is going to go.
Brendan Mulligan's role, his GMing is very good. I really enjoy it. And he, also, I absolutely loved him when he did the campaign of the Unsleeping City because he lived in New York. Still lives in New York, Sean?
I don't know if he still lives there. I know he grew up in New York.
And so, just the idea of him expressing everything is just quite nice, in my opinion. I really enjoy it.
He's taken a locale he knows like the back of his hand and has made something special into it.
That is a really cool thing to do. I was just thinking of a thing, and I wanted to say the thing.
It's too late now, John.
Damn it, thing went from brain.
You'll never see it again.
I love, there is a moment that I've seen on Instagram a lot of a moment in Matt Mercer's Ravening War storyline where Brennan Lee Mulligan picks up on a thing that Matt is saying, and you see this like they show in the snippet I've seen on TikTok a few times, or Instagram, or both. You see Matt Mercer performing this line, and you see Brennan Lee Mulligan looking at him, and you see the second the penny drops as to what the line actually means.
Yeah.
And he launches off of that and plays with it, and as as the two of them are having this back and forth moment, Angeline, what's her name? Anjali.
Oh, you mean the person who voices Symmetra in Overwatch?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anjali.
She's like, I just love it when, love seeing it when DMs pick up on the same brainwaves. And both Brandon Lee Mulligan and Matt Mercer sort of stop and give each other the little hand hearts.
Oh.
Because, it is nice when those moments that you throw down a throwaway or, important plot point, but, like, in a throwaway manner, if somebody picks up on those and runs with it and knows where you're going with it. That's nice.
Yeah.
But. Yes. I thought I'd ruin the moment.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought you were going to say something, but yeah. But.
Multiple.
Plural. Multiple buts.
Handful buts.
So who's looking forward to Rime of the Frost Maiden this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, not me. That's shit, really, isn't it?
Avian of Joy has a new token.
Avian of Joy.
Yeah.
They're a sassy burb.
They are a very sassy burb.
Look how sassy
It's slightly freaky whenever you do this, like tear off one side of the face and put it on the other side.
It's fine. Just slap it on there. Just need it to work, okay? Just need it to work.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I am saying it's slightly freaky to look at, like the skin being peeled off of one side and melded into the other.
Like,
tearing off a face. Slapping it on.
as you do.
I feel we're getting towards the end of streamy times tonight.
I feel so.
And I feel that as we get towards the end of streamy times for tonight, there is one thing I need to look up on my phone before we get to the end of streamy times.
And that is the butt.
And that is, what is Florida Man up to?
What is Florida Man up to?
Because, that's... take me to the
Sometimes you just need to know what Florida Man do.
What's that Florida Man do?
Florida Man. What's he been up to? Oh. Nope.
Is John regretting life decisions?
A little bit. Florida Man arrested for having sex with Olaf in Target.
Oh, no.
I'm going to assume that they mean Olaf the Snowman.
That's the one.
Yeah, not just some guy called Olaf.
Olaf and a stuffed unicorn toy.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Florida man, the reason we can't have nice things.
Both of the toys have been removed from the shop and destroyed.
Oh, really? just the manager standing there staring at him going, we could sell these.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Oh, I can't get the news. That 1 second. That's
Oh, fuck you.
Florida man hides gator in garage.
I knew a gator would come through eventually.
Said he didn't want someone to eat it.
So you put it in your garage?
I mean, as you do.
It's just, with most Florida Man stories, it's the leaps of logic that get you the most.
Oh, let's see if I can get this news story. Oh, yep. It ain't the Olympics, but a group of Florida men plan to host a competition themed according to the collective antics of Florida Man. Organisers
So
of...
a lot of meth and gators are going to be needed.
Organisers of the Florida Man Games describe the competition as the most insane athletic showdown on Earth. The games will poke fun at Florida's reputation for producing strange news involving guns, drugs, booze, or reptiles, or some combination thereof. Among the contests being planned for the next February in St. Augustine, Florida. So if you want, you can, tickets are available.
Everyone get to Florida.
There's the evading arrest obstacle course, in which you will have to jump over fences and through yards while being chased by real police officers.
Oh god, really?
Yep. The Category 5 cash grab, in which participants will try to grab as much cash in a wind-blowing booth. And the self-explanatory beer belly wrestling.
I mean, they say self-explanatory.
I mean, they didn't say any more in the news article than that, so hopefully it's...
Do they mean, like, wrestling and both participants happen to have beer bellies? Do they mean more like a sumo wrestling kind of thing, but with beer bellies? Do they mean some sort of competition where they can only use said beer bellies as their modus to remove them from the ring or whatever? It's a lot of questions.
Well, we have no answers.
They'll be answered unless I go to the Florida Man Games.
Time for you to become the Florida man yourself. Now, what are you doing
I
with my
can't
chair?
become a Florida man. I don't have anywhere near enough meth.
Oh shit, yeah, that's point.
Naked, drunk Florida man found passed out on grassy intersection punches cop who woke him up.
As you do.
He was shot 27 times.
In the face.
Florida man illegally entered home and drank juicy juice from the fridge.
What the
That
hell?
sounds like a typical Thursdays.
What's juicy juice?
Yep.
No idea.
It's it's a juice.
Is it juicier than other juices?
It's 100% juice.
All juices can
That's their slogan.
Well, just we got juice.
It's juice.
Juicy
Juice
juice.
with juice.
Juicy juice, 100% juice.
We got juice.
No added sugar, no high fructose corn syrup, no third thing that disappeared from the page.
My elbow broke.
Oh,
why
artificial
would you
sweetness.
But America loves their artificial sweeteners.
Yeah, well, Juicy Juice doesn't have any.
How will they cope?
They don't. You have to.
That's why the Florida men have to turn to meth. With lack of corn syrup and artificial sweetness.
It's disappointing that you don't see as many Florida women stories. But it's also
It's not as-
disturbing when you see Florida women stories. For instance, Florida woman's drunken ride at 120 miles an hour ends with violent fingernail attack on state trooper.
I mean, fair.
Meanwhile, Florida woman awakes to find apartment building maintenance man in bed with her.
How about now?
We woke her up.
Right, so he got into bed and then just shook her awake.
Yes.
I don't think it's the Florida woman's problem. I think it's the
Yeah,
guys.
I feel that should be a Florida man weirdness thing there.
I think it's mostly a Florida woman because she has not been identified.
Right.
I
However,
don't like the years, guys.
However, in this instance, the Florida man, it should be pointed out, was also a registered sex offender.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
Yeah, how about no?
Let's get some weird news.
Like how we become like, oh, talk about Tamrinor and then Florida man.
I mean,
We never said we were talking about Tamrinor.
we did Tamrinor. We did discuss Tamrinor. But also, this is a low energy stream. And
Yeah. We got John.
I'm just controlling the fucking
We got
stream
John,
at this point.
who's fully plague ridden. Me, who is coming off of being plague ridden.
I'm working on it.
And Tannie, who's soon to be plague ridden.
Let me soon be playing. What the fuck are you talking about?
It'll come, Tannie. It'll come.
Please, I've got work to do.
Plague comes for us all, Tannie.
Never knew.
You cannot escape it, Tannie. It comes for us all.
Oh.
Like the Mask of Red Death, it'll come for us.
Never knew.
That's what I've been watching recently. I've been watching a lot of the Fall of House of Usher.
Apparently, there's been no weird news in the last 3 years.
I find that highly unlikely.
Metro newspaper.
Tannie's drawing the lip line.
God fucking damn, stop moving, you piece of shit.
Never. You can't see it, but I'm doing that thing that parakeets sometimes do, where they do that kind of like roll, shaky thing,
Yeah.
and they look so happy when they're doing it. I need to share that video. I think I downloaded that video years ago. I don't think I've shared it. It's like this woman who has this little parakeet, and like it had gone missing for like most of the morning, and they hadn't found it until the afternoon. So they like tore their apartment apart and were like worried that it managed to get out of the window or something. Like, and like she got so stressed, like her asthma flared up. So she was all like blotchy and everything. And then she just found it in a cupboard. No, correction, in a drawer. It managed to get into a drawer and then somehow close the drawer. And she found it in a drawer, and it was just chilling out in the drawer. It wasn't bothered. It wasn't like stressed or anything. It was just sitting in the drawer, just having a nice time.
That's some impressive parakeeting.
And so she was like saying about this. It's like, and she then turns to the parakeet and says, "Yeah, I'd be proud of yourself." And it just does that little like wobble, little wobble shake thing, and looked so happy.
Oh, he's like, yeah, I'm totally happy with myself.
And the owner's like, "Oh, he is. He's so proud of himself."
He's like, oh, parakeets.
I love.
Like,
but parakeets especially have such character in them. They have their own little personalities, and it's up to you to deal with those personalities. Because fuck you if you think you're going to change them.
I realised I've not saved for a long time.
Save your work, Tannie.
I've realised I've just saved it, and I was like, hang on a second, I don't think I've saved for a long time.
So apparently, a logic puzzle aimed at 11-year-old school children is doing the rounds on the internet at the moment because it makes everybody hate logic puzzles.
It just makes everybody hate.
Albert and Bernard become friends with Cheryl. They want to know when her birthday is. Which seems a simple question, Cheryl.
Yes, Cheryl.
Cheryl gives them a list of 10 possible dates. For some reason. May the 15th, May the 16th, 17th, May 15th, 16th, 19th, June 17th, 18th, July 14th and 16th, and then August 14th, 15th, and 17th. Cheryl, being Cheryl, then tells Albert only the month of her birthday, and Bernard only the day. So between them, they both know the information, but apparently fuck just talking to each other. Albert says, I don't know when Cheryl's birthday is, but I know that Bernard also doesn't know. Bernard says, at first, I don't know when Cheryl's birthday is, but I know now. Albert then says, then I also know when Cheryl's birthday is.
Okay.
So when is Cheryl's birthday?
I don't fucking know.
No, me neither.
Let's go through it line by line, apparently. Albert starts off by saying, I don't know when Cheryl's birthday is, but I know that Bernard doesn't know it either. Albert knows the month, and each of the months has more than one possible date in it. So of course he doesn't know when his birthday is. yet. After listening to Albert, Bernard says, "At first I don't know when Cheryl's birthday is, but I know now. The only way that Bernard could know the full date with a single number would be if Cheryl had told him 18 or 19, because of the 10 date options. Only these numbers appear once, as May 19th and June 18th. So for Albert to know that Bernard doesn't know either, Albert must have been told July or August, since this rules out Bernard having been told 18 or 19. We warned you. On learning this, Albert says, "Then I also know when Cheryl's birthday is." So Bernard has figured out that Albert was told either August or July. So to know the full date, he must have been told either 15, 16, or 17. If he were told 14, then he wouldn't know whether the month was August or July. Albert has therefore deduced that the remaining possible dates are July 16th, August 15th, or August 17th. For him to know now, he must have been told July. If he had been told August, he would not know which date for certain is the birthday. Therefore, the answer is July the 16th. Do you get it?
No!
No.
My brother's birthday.
Does your brother give you a complex puzzle to work out when his birthday is?
No, because he's my brother. I just know it because that is the day we celebrate. Because he's not intelligent enough to do. Sorry to say this, Mason, but you're not intelligent enough to do puzzles. So you'll never be on these streams.
Fuck you!
Meanwhile, the seaside town of Bude in Cornwall is celebrating the fact that the Bude Tunnel has been voted as #1 tourist, or a top-rated attraction on TripAdvisor once again. The Bude Tunnel being a 70-metre perspex underpass that offers an open-to-the-public free-of-charge walk from Sainsbury's car park to Crooklets Road.
Oh boy!
The travel website goes on to say that it allows people to complete the journey completely undercover, protected from the elements, whilst maintaining your view of the spectacular surroundings of Bude. It also boasts that nowhere else in Bude can you walk this far undercover in a continuous straight line. It's a long tunnel next to a Sainsbury's.
To me, John, or is John cutting out quite a lot?
He is, yes.
I don't know about that. I can't hear me cutting out.
You're cutting out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I hope it's not coming across on the stream, because my stream is not coming through the Discord. But I also feel that that probably means it's time for us to wrap up.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna watch some videos.
So we will say this is Novalie. Novalie,
Yep.
the undying devotion.
Yeah.
Was that the name?
The Undying Devotion, the cherished one.
Yeah. The Undying Devotion, the Heart's Blush, the Cherished One. This is Novalie. Tannie will hopefully continue the Urt.
If I get paid.
And this art may appear in Tamrinor-related thingamadoobly-bobs. Brains. Brains are needed to outro, so let me just focus them up for a second. Thank you guys in the chat so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know when we go live. A completely free way that you can support us on the channel. We have so much coming up in the next week that I'm really looking forward to, so it would mean a lot if you do follow and join in with all of that good stuff that we've got coming up. We also have a Discord you can join, which, as I've mentioned, we're getting photos in from the people that are at MCM Comic-Con at the moment. So there's a lot of good stuff on there. We also have a YouTube channel that you can go to catch all of the replays of all of the old games and things that we've been doing. We hope that you go and look at them. You can find links to the Discord and the YouTube on our website, www.finalbossfight.co.uk, where you can also find our ever-expanding FBF podcast network, character profiles for the characters that we're playing in current D&D campaigns, and other interesting bits and pieces on there. But let's go over to the credits, where you're going to see my face briefly. And I'm going to say that we've got the following streams coming up. On Sunday night, Rime of the Frost Maiden continues as the group make their way back to East Haven, as they try to find out if anything, try to find out what has been happening in East Haven while they've been out in the tundra.
There might have been a raid recently.
On Monday night, Angel is going to be yelling at monsters in Genshin Impact. On Ben the Quest Giver's channel, he, Law, and Unis Alatus are playing some Stardew Valley. And on the FBF channel, Monday night, I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
That's good, because I am. Oh god, they're everywhere.
We're doing one of two spooky streams that are happening next week. Sean and I are doing some Ghostbusters, and I need to check with Jeff if he is also around for that. On Tuesday, Jeff is doing Spooky Thulu. He's running a Call of Cthulhu one-shot, for it is Halloween. So tune in for that. On Wednesday next week, Angel is going to be failing at Star Rail. Ben is going to be doing some Stardew Valley, and hopefully we're going to be doing some FBF Craft V3 on the channel. This week I was really not feeling up for it. Thursday next week, Angel is loving Yakuza 0. And then Friday next week, we have the return of something. The Golden Tooth are back after a long hiatus. Yeah, you thought they finished? No, that was a hiatus. That was a break. The Golden Tooth return to finish their story, or continue it at the very least, with The Golden Tooth, the Shattered Obelisk.
Yes.
So tune in for that first session of the Golden Tooth, the Shattered Obelisk, next Friday night. Friday. Remember, from next month as well, the Council of Tamrinor streams are going to be moving to the second Saturday of the month. That's what I have to say on that.
Is it Tyranny of Dragons? Oh, November.
So it'll be Tyranny of Dragons first Saturday, Council of Tamrinor second Saturday, Quiz Night third Saturday, fourth Saturday I get the day off.
Yes.
You know, I like weekends we are going to do a stream raid now. Who are we raiding? Let's take it on over to Zombie Workshop, who is playing The Quarry.
Zombie Workshop.
Go give Zombie some love. We'll see you guys again real soon. Hopefully we'll have more energy. For now, goodbye.